From a president getting slapped in the face to rappers getting jumped, these are 10 celebrities who got checked by goons. American rapper Dallas Antonio Asbury, better known by stage name TJX6, rose to fame by talking about frauds he committed. In fact, he got too confident in those skills as a conman and crossed the line by targeting Atlanta rapper Lil Baby. Now, TJX6 reportedly gained access to Lil Baby's driver's license and shared it online, boasting about cracking the rapper's personal details to scam him. So when the heat got turned up on him, we all knew he deserved it. For years, TJX6 had walked a fine line between glorifying scamming and facing the potential fallout. But this act wasn't just another track or a clever play for attention. It was a real-life breach of privacy that pushed him into real danger. The stunt didn't sit well with Lil Baby or his crew, commonly known as 4PF, and within days a viral video surfaces showing TJX6 at Atlanta's Lenox Mall, being chased by a group believed to be members of 4PF. TJX6 was forced to flee the scene, and later he appeared on IG Live with a visible black eye, acknowledging the confrontation but still managing to joke about it. In 2019, TJX6 drops Dark Web, in which he detailed step-by-step methods for internet fraud. And it would be his songs like Swipe Story, where he explained how he takes money from credit card cloning to exploiting cryptocurrency platforms. To many, it was a creative form of storytelling. To others, it was a reckless glorification of criminal activity. But what made all this really disturbing was that what he rapped about was real. It wasn't just music. It was a supposed autobiography or maybe evidence for the police anytime they decided to chase his case. So when TJX6 was performing at his debut show in Los Angeles in July 2019, the unexpected happened. As the young artist delivered his signature track, two men clad in U.S. Marshal jackets stormed the stage and handcuffed him before a stunned audience. The chaotic arrest, which was later shared widely across social media, sparked intense debate. Some fans cried out for free TJ chants, yet those who lived the life he depicted weren't amused. As his fame grew, so did the list of enemies who felt TJX6 was exposing their secrets or, worse, disrespecting the hustle. Now there's videos of TJX6 attending conventions for fraudsters. Yeah, you heard that right. Scammers have conventions, and TJ is seen as a legend in this community. In one of these videos, we see TJX6 giving hints to other scammers at a roundtable discussion.
Do it for the stories.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. It's other people who tell me like they just like the shit I talk about. They want to hear what I'm gonna say next in the next song because the shit I be saying so crazy and nobody else really said.
Yep. Yeah.
So basically, it's my flow and like it's my flow in the shit that I say and the way that I say it that really make people like me for real.
Yeah. Nah, you know what I mean? Your voice too.
Yeah. For sure.
The incident at Lenox Mall has tarnished TJX6's public image. For a rapper whose image did rely on being untouchable, that moment of vulnerability could be a turning point. Lil Baby, for his part, has remained silent on the matter, a move many interpret as a power play. In contrast, TJX6's online presence has gone quiet, and people have almost forgotten he ever existed. But if you think the attack on TJX6 was violent, wait until you hear what was done to this next person. On February 23, 2019, Floyd Mayweather threw a lavish party for his 42nd birthday. The event was held at the Sunset Room in West Hollywood. But amidst the glitz and glamour, this unexpected incident stole the spotlight.
Get out of the way. No! Get out of the way. All right, bro. Chill out. Chill out.
American rapper Michael Ray Stevenson, known as Tyga, arrived at the party at around 12:30 a.m. However, he found himself in the middle of an argument with a drunk guest that turned into a fight. According to eyewitnesses, that guest had been causing a scene even before Tyga arrived. And when Tyga got involved, the situation quickly escalated. Drinks were thrown, glasses shattered, and chaos followed. Security tried to de-escalate the situation by removing Tyga from the venue, which was captured by numerous cameras. and Tyga can be seen getting dragged out by his neck.
Tyga, what's your side of the story, man? What happened? Yo, tell us your side of the story, man.
It's not working, Tyga. Stop. Come on, man.
Think about your kids, Tyga. Think about your kids. You're a good guy, bro. You're a good guy, bro. Don't do it. Please, I beg you. Tyga, don't do it. It's not worth it. You worth more than that, Tyga. Please.
At that point, it seemed like Tyga was ready to just risk it, and everybody can be heard outside telling him to just take it easy.
Ain't no please, nigga. Stop that shit. Some real shit right now. Take your cameras off of some real shit. Stop that shit.
Take it. Turn it
off, seriously.
Hey, turn it off.
Just turn it off.
Now, Tyga has had his share of controversies and public incidents, really making headlines for both his music and personal life. But the mess at Mayweather's party wasn't entirely his fault. He was simply at the wrong place at the wrong time. Interestingly, Mayweather was unaware of that drama. And by the time he did find out, the party was already over and Tyga had already been removed. Despite the chaos, both Mayweather and Tyga confirmed that there was no bad blood between them. Now, the aftermath of the incident saw Tyga making peace with those involved. He posted a photo of his Instagram, suggesting that he had resolved the issue with the security guard and others present during the fight. The caption read, "No rap cap, real street sh**." Sat down face to face and spoke, and it turned into some real men sh**. All love, back to the bag. And as embarrassing as this must have been for Tyga, it's nothing compared to what was done to this celebrity, who also happens to be a president. Many world leaders, like presidents, have seen themselves as untouchable thanks to the security that moves around them. However, a shocking incident that happened in France might just change people's perspective. On June 8, 2021, President of France, Emmanuel Jean-Michel Macron, toured the Drôme region in southern eastern France to publicize his plans for post-pandemic recovery. It was during this event that a man made his disapproval unforgettably clear. Macron approached the crowd near a metal barricade, ready to shake hands and listen to concerns. But instead of words of gratitude or applause, a sharp slap lands across his face.
The man who slapped him is a medieval sword enthusiast with no previous criminal record.
The moment was shocking and meaningful. It was a public protest against this president, who many say has just ignored everybody's problems. Macron has been often accused of favoring the elite over the working class, and while he prides himself on being accessible, walking amongst crowds, shaking hands, and engaging directly with citizens, this very approach has sometimes exposed him to raw, unfiltered reactions like this one. But in the end, 2 men were arrested for their involvement in that slap. Though the police didn't give their identities, we did learn that the other man was the one who took the video. Looks like they just wanted to go viral. Now, as much as we want to just slap some presidents like that, we can't. But this celebrity coming up had a far worse experience. In 2018, DaBaby, real name Jonathan Lindale Kirk, and his crew were in East Atlanta to shoot a music video when a couple of locals roll up. At first, DaBaby's crew thought they were fans who came to show support, but they couldn't be more wrong. These goons were actually looking for trouble by demanding a permission slip, essentially asking for proof that DaBaby had the right to film in their hood.
Ain't nobody signed a permission slip for me. Huh? Oh yeah? I ain't know that.
What they were actually demanding was payment and homage to the local street gangs, which is pretty common in these types of areas. Basically, you gotta pay up or they mess things up for you pretty badly. But DaBaby stood his ground. He emphasized the importance of respect in these situations and stayed cool through it all. Luckily, that de-escalated the situation and prevented possible violence.
It don't go like that. It gotta be respect. It gotta be respect. You see what I'm saying? That's all it is. It gotta be respect. Look, nah.
Later in this interview with DJ Vlad, DaBaby acknowledges that things could have gone pretty bad. He played it cool and counted himself lucky that it turned out well for everyone, and there was no real need for violence. And as crazy as this was, what happens next, between a rapper and some goons, is gonna leave you speechless. March 21st, 2023. 6ix9ine, one of the most disliked rappers in the game, got a scare of a lifetime at a Florida gym. Now, he's been a target to the 9 Trey Gangsta Bloods for being a snitch. Instead of laying low, 6ix9ine was always loud, online, bragging that no one could touch him. But the streets talk, and when word of his location got out, his ops pulled up quick. From CCTV footage, we see the moment when a goon spots 6ix9ine and phoned his homies to pull up. Nobody knows for sure if these men were gang members or hired professionals. What followed was a cold footage of 6ix9ine getting jumped.
Yo, homie, I'm not gonna lie.
As brutal as this was, some fans, however, say he had it coming. But if you think these goons did 6ix9ine dirty, wait until you hear what comes next. On January 4th, 2018, NBA YoungBoy was at Lenox Mall, Atlanta, when trouble came a-calling. It all kicks off when a group of men approach the Baton Rouge rapper, taunting him. Never one to back down, YoungBoy claps back and told them to their faces that he was gonna slap the shit out of them. However, YoungBoy's girlfriend caught in the middle was trying to calm everything by holding him back. But those efforts were in vain because she got shoved to the side. YoungBoy ain't a stranger to public scrutiny. Just months before this fight, he'd been released from jail after serving time for attempted second-degree murder. A case that boosted his bad boy persona but also made his world smaller. There's no denying that things almost went sideways for YoungBoy, but it's child's play compared to what some bad guys did to this next celebrity. Bryson LaShawn Potts, popularly known by his stage name as NLE Choppa, is known for beefing with fellow rapper NBA YoungBoy. Now, we don't know how serious these two rappers take each other. What we do know is that fans take them seriously. On January 17, 2022, NLE Choppa was making his way through the terminal at an airport when a fan of NBA YoungBoy confronted him. Now, the fan was recording this whole thing on his phone and was aggressively taunting NLE Choppa. It gets serious when the fan's taunts become physical.
I asked you mad times. What?
Now, interestingly, the fan later claimed he knocked NLE out, with the footage showing Choppa fighting back but falling down in his flip-flops.
Yeah, I just knocked out NLE Choppa. He's a fucking bitch.
However, Choppa later clarified what happened, emphasizing that he wasn't knocked out. Despite all that drama, Choppa has said that there is no real beef between him and YoungBoy, explaining that most of it is just actual misunderstanding and fan war. Talking about fan wars, this next celebrity had to cut ties with his gang after some goons put a hit on him. Quando Rondo, real name Tyquin Terrell Bowman, rose to fame with hits like I Remember and ABG. However, his career has been overshadowed by his affiliations with the Rollin' 60s neighborhood Crips. Now, Quando actually took pride in being a Crip, but never imagined how badly things would backfire.
So I say this all the time, cause I'm real heavy, on Crippin', period. I'm gonna do that to the day I die. Sometimes I ask the Lord.
It's August 2022. He and his cousin Lil Pab, real name Savia Robinson, were ambushed at a gas station near Beverly Center. 3 men opened fire on their SUV, killing Lil Pab, while Quando Rondo miraculously escaped unharmed.
Shots fired, a fight taken to the streets, and this chaotic scene, the ending of a shooting that started in Los Angeles, California.
But this wasn't an isolated event. It was one of many violent encounters that Rondo had to face for being a Crip. He's also been confronted by Hoover gang members in LA, which put him in even more heat. So after Lil Pab's death, Quando Rondo made the public decision to leave the gang life behind.
Quando Rondo has renounced his neighborhood Crip status.
In a deleted IG story, he wrote, "I'm not jump out gang either. Ain't no loyalty in this shit. I'm my own man. I laid my flag down. I'm not NH, y'all. Ain't gonna ride for a formal. It's no sense of me being a part of y'all shit." His decision had mixed reactions. Some criticized him for not following the traditional blood in, blood out rule. But despite the criticism, Rondo stood on his decision, making it clear where his priorities lie. The impact of these events on Quando Rondo's career have been significant. The constant threat of violence and the loss of close friends have taken a toll on him. However, he's also shown resilience and a willingness to change. His decision to leave the gang life behind marks a new chapter in his life, one where he hopes to find peace and stability. In the aftermath of these events, Rondo has continued making music, using his experiences as inspiration. But if you think all that was intense, wait until you hear what comes next. Soulja Boy, born DeAndre Cortez Way, was trying to prove his street cred on IG Live by approaching a group of locals, trying to prove that he was from the hood. But he ended up being pushed away and humiliated on live, leading him to be clowned on social media, leaving fans questioning his street cred. Fast forward to January 2019, Soulja Boy had declared to have had the biggest comeback of 2018 and was making headlines. However, a radio station interview brought him back down to earth real quick. Word got out that he allegedly disrespected a woman on a radio station, which didn't sit well with Casanova, a Brooklyn rapper known for his no-nonsense attitude. Casanova calls out Soulja on his disrespectful behavior, and the confrontation was pretty intense.
You screamed at a lady, you bugging the out, homie. Yo, you bugging out, you got all over your face.
This public dressing down must have been very humbling for Soulja Boy. Well, probably not as much as it was for this celebrity comedian, who got smacked on an international stage. Oh, Chris Rock is no doubt one of the sharpest tongues in the comedy industry. But on March 27th, 2022, at the 94th Academy Awards, that same tongue got him a good smacking. On that day, Rock was set to present the award for Best Documentary Feature, and being a comedian, of course, he started making a few jokes here and there. Everything was kind of going smoothly until he made a mistake.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay.
For context here, Jada had publicly spoken about her battle with alopecia, so that makes it a bit of a sensitive topic. Will Smith, her husband and one of Hollywood's most bankable stars, initially appeared to brush off the joke with a strained smile. But soon the unexpected happened.
Uh-oh, Richard! Oh, wow!
Everyone was stunned. Chris tried to continue like nothing had happened, but Will was not having any of it and kept checking Chris.
Oh, dude?
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth!
You see, Will and Jada Pinkett's relationship has been the subject of public scrutiny for years, from candid discussions about their marital problems to the infamous entanglement saga. Their personal lives were dissected endlessly. Now for Will, the pressure to maintain his dignity and defend his family in the face of such relentless public ridicule may have reached its peak that evening, who knows. Will Smith, who won the Oscar for Best Actor later that night for his role in King Richard, issued public apologies to Chris Rock, the Academy, and viewers. Days later, he resigns from the Academy, and shortly after, he's banned from attending its events for a decade. For his part, Rock chose not to press charges, though he remained relatively silent about the incident for months, and then addressed it briefly during his comedy tours.